Howdy, my friends. Funniest damn thing happened today. It's not even funny. It's almost sad, but the way it happened, it is freaking funny. And I wish I could do this with better lighting and better sound quality. Actually, let me back up the camera and work with me, people. It's too damn funny not to. This is too damn funny. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But I still have my cookware set down here from a previous video. And I'm going to try and reposition everything to tell you what happened this morning. Early this morning, I don't know what time it was, 10 o'clock this morning. I come here to the Red Roof Inn, and I see a person out there on the curb with a bunch of little grocery like plastic shopping bags and stuff like their life possessions on the curb, and I kind of look over. I really don't think much of it. I'm thinking literally they're just waiting for a ride or something, like a Uber or something like that. Well, anyway, I go in and do my transaction, with the whatever he would call it, the receptionist, the clerk, or the front desk, and I see the one lady there. I'm like, oh crap, it's her. Because we actually didn't really get along too well in previous episodes. I won't say we didn't get along, but she was kind of cold. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, going in there. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna be spunky and go in there with the new positive vibe and attitude and everything. And she approached me with a new spunky positive vibe and attitude. And how are you? It was crazy. It was like who's playing who here? But it's pretty funny. I went along with it. Pretty funny. So I go in there and we're doing our thing, and she's just my best friend. All of a sudden, after those online complaints I made, her and the other previous check-in clerk, whatever they're called, receptionist, desk clerk, whatever, they've been my best buddies ever since. So I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I didn't mean for that to happen, but it could have went down a different path. But so pretty damn funny. So I ended up going up to my room, and actually I chose a different room. And the room above where I usually stay, and turned out to be a much nicer room. I had to, go down in my van, make a couple trips, and I told the lady, hey, it looks much better anyway, so thank you, because the room I wanted to rent, lease overnight, whatever you want to call it, wasn't available. So she's like, oh, no problem, so I just told her the reasons why. It was really cool. So anyway, I'm coming off the elevator, and on one of my trips, I forget, it was I made 4 or 5 trips, whatever, and I come, I don't even think I could do a proper replicate. I can't even say the damn word, replication. I'm going to try and do it from afar, just so you can see. But picture this being the you're coming from this direction towards me, and I come off the elevator and I see this person with literally, I don't know if you can see this too well. I see there's this a small coffee cup, this exact same size, with a swizzle stick sticking out of it, and I see this person just staring at it, right? Literally not moving at all, not moving at all. And I'm like, damn, I'm thinking it's kind of weird. So as I'm kind of approaching, and as I see this person, staring at this cup, I'm kind of looking, I'm looking at the person, then I'm looking at the cup, then I'm thinking do they think there's a bug in there? I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I kind of turn around and I look, and my former foe And she's just now laughing because I realize this is, somebody that might not be on a level playing field, you know. So I just kind of look and I got to my van, I come back in, and the person's still doing the old, it was the craziest thing. Not even blinking or nothing. But I've seen stuff like this at Fort Myers Beach where they have these, I don't know, these people that get paid for tips for just doing goofy stuff, They had this one guy at Fort Myers Beach that was painted all in gold, everything gold, like gold jacket, gold bike and everything. And he basically would be a statue for like 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden he would move and talk and like talk in this like real high pitched squeaky voice. Like it was just weird stuff, goofy stuff. So I'm thinking the whole time, like, that's what this is, right? This is like a gag. So I go up and down the elevator a couple times and I come back and that person is still staring at that swizzle stick. And we're talking like a long time. Definitely now we're way past the 10-minute mark, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. The person's right by the entrance doors, hasn't moved. I keep looking over and I get one of them deals. And I'm like, it's kind of weird, right? So the whole time I'm thinking this is, Ashton Kutcher had one of those series, what was called Pranks or You've Been Punked or one of them things. And the whole time I'm thinking like, this can't be real. But the person, when I started, always trying to evaluate people, unfortunately, just that's self-survival. And I remember seeing the person out there, kind of look like, it could be homeless or something like that. But then I noticed that, this was going to sound weird. I'm not trying to be a smart ass or anything like that, but I couldn't tell if it was a male or a female, but I noticed whatever it was, from a distance, I couldn't tell it was male or female. The closer I got, I could tell it looked more like a female. Really, really clean complexion and nothing that would indicate like drugs or meth or anything like that, or just weird stuff. But anyway, so that happens, and then like I said, I'm up and down, and then I had a few issues with the TV, so I had to contact the front desk lady, and she came up and helped me, and I ended up going back down a couple times, and then all of a sudden, I see that person outside. I kid you not. I don't even think I can mimic this properly because they didn't have a cowboy hat on or anything, but I see like literally an empty hand, and I see this person just like talking to this hand. It's not like the hand was talking back, but this person was just talking to this hand. And I'm looking out there, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of weird. So I just watched for a little bit, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm not seeing what I'm thinking. I'm like, no, I'm seeing what I'm thinking. And I'm like, wow, I kind of felt bad because when I approached the hotel today, they had like the medics were there. So I don't know if they were there just like to check her out or whatever it was, but come to find out, she had been kind of hanging out in that little area. Directly next door is a Waffle House. Across the street's like a Circle K convenience store. I guess this person had been there in that little region for a little while and just it's not in tune with life. But man, it was the weirdest thing. When I saw, like, I kid you not, I don't know what would cause somebody to do that, but literally, like every bit of 10 to 15 minutes that I saw, hold an arm out there and stare at a swizzle stick and not blink or move. It could have been longer than that. It was just the weirdest thing. And then did the same thing outside, on some different things. So if you have any idea what could cause that, I heard through some conversation later, they don't think it was like any type of like drug abuse. It just could be like a mental health issue or something like that. But it was just kind of weird, like how somebody can go through life daily, if that's the case, going from place to place and just living like that. It's just weird. I don't know what they were fixated on. To me, I mean, honestly, like I felt like it was a prank, and if my phone wasn't upstairs, I almost wanted to video it because I like initially I didn't think anything of it. I just thought the person was just looking at some of those those little the grinds you get in your coffee. I thought they were staring at that for a minute. I kind of looked, I looked over at the lady that was the manager, and she's just kind of just chuckling, and I realized, all right, she knows more about this than I do. But man, it's like, whew. If you want a good time, come to Milton, Florida, and I'll take you on the tour, $10.99 per minute, and it'll be a good value. I promise you, my friends. But anyway, in all seriousness, man, that person probably had some mental health problems. I feel bad about that, but it was just weird. I mean, I just wish I could have captured it, and I can't even do it justice trying to replicate it, here in this poor lighting and seeing the person, and it was just the weirdest thing. It was almost like one of those, like a mime almost, or whatever you call those, but I don't know. It was just weird, just straight up weird. Anyway, I live in the weird lane, but appreciate you listening, and tell me what you think. If you have any thoughts or ideas on what type of medical issue they may have had, I'd be interested in listening. Do you think it was drugs, or whatever? I'm seriously would like to know, because the facility here, apparently this person was just bouncing around, and it sounded like somebody was called, but they didn't feel that the person was under any influence of drugs. It was just that their normal state or something I don't know. I don't have all the details, but anyway, hit me up. Let me know what you think. It's hard to help everybody in the world. I'm still trying to help myself, but it's hard to communicate with somebody like it's just staring at a cup. So I try when I can, but tell me what you think. Did I do right, or did I do wrong, or what could I have done better? I'm always open for constructive criticism. Just be polite about it. Thank you, my friends.